Beautiful people, what's going on? It's your boy Geppetto here, back in the building. What's good, y'all? I just came from the gym. Man, I don't know what I did to my right leg, but it's hurting me. But my phone was blowing up about this whole Diddy, aka Love, Cassie situation, and it's some crazy allegations that's going on, and I want us, to talk about it real quick. So pretty much, we all know who Puff Daddy, Diddy, Brother Love. We know who is. He's a huge, hip hop mogul. Movies, TV. He has his own network, Revolt. Fashion, spirits. He was behind Ciroc and is it Deleon? He's behind now. Anyway, Puff is just and Puffy is a billionaire as well too now. And Cassie. If y'all don't know who Cassie is or you're too young watching this, Cassie um was like Cassie was maybe like a one hit wonder. She had like maybe two songs that kind of did something. But I know Me and You, and this was like high school days for me. So but Cassie was really pretty. Um, Light skinned, racially ambiguous looking chick. She was very like fashion forward. At a point in time, believe it or not, um, Cassie and Rihanna used to get a lot of comparisons because of like their fashion and so forth. But Cassie wasn't. I mean, there's no disrespect. Cassie wasn't the best singer, and I don't necessarily even think Cassie wanted to be an artist. I think Cassie was just a pretty girl with an okay voice, and they just kind of like pushed her, and that's pretty much um, all you needed in the music industry was to be cute, light skinned, and somebody with some money behind you. But that's a whole different story. But after a while, it seemed that Cassie just kind of like disappeared. So I don't know Cassie. I don't know Diddy. I have never met either of them. But I knew they were in a serious relationship because, quick fact, before I transitioned into film, I was pursuing a musical career. I wanted to be an artist, and then I was focusing on songwriting. So I had wrote us, man. Let me see if I can find this out. I was writing demos at the time. I was writing a lot of demos. Let me see if I can find a demo. I was writing a lot of demos at the time, and me and my producer, cause so a demo is like you write a song and then you try to like give it to the artist. And I had wrote a pop song, and then it was like a pop song with a light voice. So I remember I had damn, it's probably hidden somewhere deep in my email. But anyway, I had wrote a record, and I was like, me and my producer was like, man, we could see Cassie on this. So I went through my channels, and I knew somebody who like was cool with Cassie or her camp or something like that, and I had like reached out. And this is years and years ago. This is like over 10 years ago. And I was like, yo, I have a record. I'm trying to see if I could get it to Cassie. And the person had told me like, oh, well, Cassie not really doing music no more like that right now. And I said, oh, word. And I like, well, what she doing? They was like, well, she doing the modeling and shit. She just being Diddy's girl. And I like, what? I like, oh, so they together for real, for real. And the person told me like, yeah, like that's really is Diddy's girl, and like pretty much on the tip like Diddy don't let her out of his sight. So that's when I knew that like, oh, they worked together for like it was a real relationship. They were together for over like 10 years. And it was a significant age difference. I think Cassie met Diddy when she was 19, and he was like in his mid 30s or something like that. But nevertheless, they broke up, and it seemed like they've had like bad blood since then. Especially Cassie is married, has kids now, and it just seems like there was always this kind of like bad blood from like the Cassie and her new husband side toward Diddy. But anyway, let me read some of what the lawsuit, and it's some crazy, crazy, crazy allegations. Okay. So Cassie files bombshell lawsuit against Diddy, claims he forced her to take drugs, have sex with male prostitutes while he filmed, and repeatedly abused her for years. Okay. In the lawsuit, she claims she suffered years of physical and emotional abuse at the hands of the mogul. She also details several instances of extreme jealousy, including one where Diddy threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car prior to it mysteriously exploding in the driveway. In the suit filed in federal district court in Manhattan, Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, and who had long been Mr. Combs' romantic partner, says that not long after she met him in 2015, when she was 19, he began a pattern of control and abuse that included plying her with drugs, beating her, and forcing her to have sex with a succession of male prostitutes while he filmed the encounters. In 2018, the suit says near the end of their relationship, Mr. Combs forced his way into her home and raped her. After years in silence and darkness, Mistress Ventura said in a statement, "I am finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships." In response, a lawyer for Mr. Combs, Ben Brofman, said Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Ms. Ventura has now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday. So, that's a lot. And I know a lot of people and then like some other people had came out. I know like Aubrey O'Day and Don Richard, formerly of Danity Kane, they pretty much came out and was like, Cassie, proud of you for speaking up. Then Aubrey was like, I've been trying to tell y'all this is true. Kid Cudi even co-signed and said, yep, she's not lying. All of this is true. Some other thing, Cassie accuses Diddy of painkiller addiction, says he popped drugs like candy. Then another crazy thing, what Azealia Banks said. Azealia Banks said one time Diddy beat her up so bad he sent her on a 3-week vacation, and the vacation is in quotation marks, to Hawaii just so no one would see or question how her face got like that. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. I remember when I was really going hard pursuing a musical career, and I had met somebody in the business, and they had asked me like, who would I want to be signed to? And I was a big Puff fan. I was a big fan of Bad Boy, and I was like, man, I would love to be on Bad Boy. And the person had told me like, you don't want to be on Bad Boy because Bad Boy gives some of the worst contracts ever. Like you'll be, you won't see your money on Bad Boy. I didn't really take that to heart because I just know in business, especially in the entertainment business, people are cutthroat and ruthless. It's any kind of way that I could get you to work where I get most of your money and you have a small percent of the ownership or no ownership, people are going to try and take advantage of you. Even in everyday business, just for an example, I had a situation with a lawsuit. A company had fucked up real bad with me. And when we were going to mediation, they initially first came out and offered me like, okay, well, hey, we'll give him $5,000 and blah, blah, blah. And my attorney was like, well, I can't tell you what to do, but I could tell you that, you could get up to such and such for this amount. My attorney was like, I can't tell you what to do, though. So I turned it down. I ended up getting way more than that initial set of money that they offered. And that's what I'm just trying to say. Like, bad business is just part. Like, when a lot of money is at stake, people do bad business. And anytime you a lawyer, if you're signing to an entity, that entity lawyer is never gonna work in your favor. It's always gonna be like, how can I keep that entity in most of control and have them make most of the money? So Puffy giving people bad deals or whatever, I mean, yeah, you hear about that, but that didn't concern me. Now, have I heard all the crazy rumors and this and that? Yeah, but I feel like once you're a successful black man, you're gonna get gay rumors. You know what I mean? If you're a successful black man, you're gonna get gay rumors. You're gonna get whatever. You know. I will say, I think now Diddy. Let me see. Siri. Hey Siri. How old is Puff Daddy? Okay. Diddy is 54 years old. You guys got to understand, and I'm not excusing it, I'm not on anybody's side. Puff wasn't born into this. Puff came from the hood. Puff worked his ass off and he got where he is. Now, there is something that some people believe. Some people believe that everybody who becomes a billionaire has had to fuck over a lot of people to get there. And there's been a lot of, stories of Puff being a ruthless businessman and, doing people dirty and fucking over people. That's like common industry talk. I will say, I think that now that Diddy is at an older age, and I think sometimes people don't see the error in their ways until they're older. I think Diddy has made a concerted effort to change his image and probably make stuff right. Because when you young and you pretty much are like a god to some people don't know how to tell you no. You kind of get away with murder. I've been around some of these celebrities where they feel like they could talk to people crazy. They feel like, they could act any kind of way because they're a celebrity and they have money. And trust me, when you have a lot of money, you can make a lot of stuff happen. You can make a lot of things disappear. That's just part of the and that's not only with celebrity, that's just life. When you have money, a lot of stuff works in your favor. I feel like Puff has probably been trying to make a change for the last couple of years, because I think he's just trying to get his karma back right, and he's experienced a lot of stuff in his inner circle. But you got to understand that while you're trying to make stuff right now, there probably been people who've been suffering because of stuff you might have done for years and years and years and years. Do I think Puffy did all those things? I don't know. I'm not even going to put that on that man. Do I think Puffy's a freak? Yeah, I do. I mean, most of them big industry niggas, they just into wild shit. I will just say this. I mean, I know Cassie is a celebrity, and I know once in a while she might pop up in a movie or a modeling ad every now and then, but Cassie pretty much is off the radar. Cassie is kind of unproblematic. So, and the accusations are just so detailed that, like, I don't think Cassie would just come out of her ass to say this. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's true, but it's just like, it's too detailed. And she pretty much is admitting to have niggas run trains on her in front of Diddy. Which is kind of, like, I don't think, and Cassie is a married mother now. So I don't think she would just come out of the blue and admit to having trains ran on her. You know what I mean? That's my logic. But it could also be this. And, hey, I'm just giving all sides of the coin. Sometimes because apparently, Cassie was a kept woman for over a decade. So Cassie ain't had to work. Diddy was funding her lifestyle. She probably had access to a good amount of money. um, jets, jewelry, all this kind of stuff, right? A lot of times when people are in positions and they're loved and they're in love and they're doing everything, you might do stuff outside of your comfort zone just to keep your spot. I'm gonna say that again. When you're in love and you want to keep your position and spot, sometimes people do a lot of strange things to keep their spot. I'm gonna give y'all an example. When I was really young, it was this older dude that he was like an acquaintance of my homeboy. I wasn't really friends with bruh, but he was like one of them older dudes that used to kind of like talk to high school girls. So he was like, let's say 20, 21, and he was always like scooping the 16, 17-year-old girls like from our high school. And apparently he had got with this one chick. And another thing too, they were saying this dude, his house was like the train house, like the orgy house. Like apparently this dude and his homeboys used to just do like a lot of trains. Like they used to just be running trains on chicks. Like 5, 6, 7, 8 niggas just running trains on one chick. That's what they did. So, cause I even remember one time my boy was like, "Yo, you wanna come?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm good, bro. I ain't trying to like the hell." They were just smoking weed and running trains. It was one chick he had got with. The girl was head over heels in love with him. And he pretty much finessed her and was like, yo, if you love me, you know what I mean? You'll let me and my boys run a train on you. You know what I mean? My girl got to be down. So he kind of like sweet talked her head up, and then she allowed it. She willingly allowed all them dudes to run a train on her. Now, of course, how young men are, niggas start talking. Da, 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 da. So immediately, I think he broke up with the girl. The girl then switched her story to, well, they raped me. Which wasn't true. But again, I guess you might call that love bombing or whatever, but it was a situation where somebody was head over heels in love and did some stuff out of love or to keep your position, and then you regret it later. Cassie is now married and Cassie has kids. If Cassie was really doing all that freaky stuff and Diddy was filming her do them, I'm pretty sure, and especially if you were saying that it was multiple men having sex with you on camera, I'm pretty sure like Cassie is terrified of that coming out. Because you never really know how evil somebody is until you break up with them or until y'all stop being friends. You could be head over heels in love with somebody, and the minute you break up, somebody want to leak y'all sex tape, this and that. So I'm pretty sure part of it is Cassie just fearing that those tapes may come out one day. And maybe, she was coerced into doing it. Maybe Cassie was into it at the time. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I just wanted to give a different angle. And, sometimes in hindsight, you sit back and you see all the fuck shit you went through. You might start thinking like, nah, like, I deserve for what I went through. And she probably did tell Diddy, like, yo, all this stuff you did to me, you got to break me off some bread or else I'm going to expose it. Or else I'm going to tell my truth. Now, what I will say, if I was Diddy, because if you have been with somebody for over 13 years, Cassie know a lot of your business, bro. Cassie know a lot of your business. She know a lot of the family business. So, I think Diddy's best bet is to probably just try to settle with her, because when you go to court and all the skeletons come out the closet. And I'm telling you, if you've been with somebody for over 13 years, there's text messages, there got to be videos, emails, you know, pictures. And as much as, let's say, the sex videos come out about Cassie, it might be some shit in them videos that Diddy don't want to get out. You feel what I'm saying? Because, I mean, with male prostitutes and drugs, like, that's crazy. So, I don't know. I think Diddy should just go ahead and, like, Diddy, you a billionaire, bruh. Go ahead and settle with that lady. Let her go live her life. Because I don't know what's going on in these last couple of weeks, man. Because all the big black men in Hollywood are just every day something new coming out. So, much love to all parties involved, man. Much love to Cassie. If you went through this, mommy, I'm sorry to hear about it. And again, I'll still send love to Diddy because, like, if these allegations are false, it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Diddy has always had that, you know, that reputation, and people are just quick to believe stuff about that man because he has hurt a lot of people along the way to his ascension into, you know, success and becoming a billionaire. So, I don't know. I just know if this shit go to court, it might get nasty, right? Anyway, what do you guys think about Cassie versus Diddy? Do you believe Cassie? Do you believe Diddy? What you think happened? Go ahead and leave a comment. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Peace.